I've been hacked. It is a nightmare. So, as a YouTuber, we get lots of requests for sponsorships. Free. I used to do those. And, you know, that's how you're going to start. Now I charge. But, you know, I got one today, and it was for a microphone. And, you know, my microphone's okay, but, you know, I want to start stepping it up. It's a Shure microphone. And, you know, it looked a little bit sketchy, and I'm going, okay, so I'll run it through Norton's website, their browser. It should be safe and secure. So, you know, you always have to authenticate with Google and all that stuff. So I did that. Guess what? I got hacked. So that was at 4. It is now almost 6. They've changed the password. They've changed the recovery email. They've changed the password, the passkey, all that stuff. My biggest worry is YouTube. So I've been on the phone with 4 different people, and Kate and I were looking as I dropped him off at Taekwondo. We're trying to find, you know, a phone call that all says, you know, you can do it via email. Nothing works. I can't forget. I can't change. I can't do any of those things to recover my email. They can do it on their end. I know. Problem is, that's attached to YouTube. And how do I protect YouTube? Now, I do have a backup email address on there that I can get into my account. The problem is, it's not owner, it's manager. I can't change anything. Talking to the guy, really nice guy, hard to understand, but talking to the guy, it will take 24 hours. So in the meantime, I don't know what's going to happen to my account. Gmail is down. I can't log into it at all. YouTube I can get into, but I just hope it doesn't get hacked or changed or anything. They're like, and I said that to him, he's like, oh, don't worry, we can recover it and get it back to where it was. The problem is, I don't know what gets posted. I don't know what is said. I don't know what information is stolen. I don't know what gets changed. That's my worry. Protecting my account is one thing, but when you can't do things and your hands are tied, it makes things really difficult and stressful. So I spent the last 2 hours trying to recover this, get things fixed, and I don't know if I've got anywhere really. Security, critical security alert, no reply. So that might be my link for the guys to get a hold of me. Maybe that's them. I don't know. But I need to be able to fix this and fix it now, because it's scary when somebody's got that control. And it makes me realize that I've got to beef up my security on my end to make sure that the account is a lot more safe. Now, clicking on, you know, the sponsorship, I get a lot of stuff. They send you information. You don't know if it's real or not. It's become a major headache. Now, this looked legit. I ran it through Norton. It all came across all good. And in the end, it wasn't. And that's the frustrating part. That, you know, I ran it through Norton. I ran it through all the stuff to protect myself. In the end, it still got me. But yeah, it makes you kind of second guess things, and makes you want to make sure that, you know what, you contact the people, make sure that whatever's being sent is real. And I've done that before too. I've gotten stuff from sponsorships and going, it doesn't make sense. And I'll email them, no, it's fake. I'm like, oh, okay. But I'm open to sponsorship. So, you still got to work with it. But this one, I didn't. I thought, okay, I'll just run it through Norton, and, well, sorry, Norton, you failed. And that was actually, all those phone calls, that's probably about an hour and a half long distance phone call as well. Deep breath. So, yeah, it's frustrating. That email said that someone tried to attempt to get into my account, but Google blocked them. I don't know what's real anymore, honestly. I don't. This is my first time being, well, actually it's not my first time being hacked. I've been hacked before where someone actually got control of the computer many years ago. That was a little freaky. But this is the first time I've been hacked in a long time. And I've had my identity stolen before. That one was interesting. I had to fight that one. And they had charged, I think it was about $1,000. They had somehow put, it was actually an old landlord. I had signed the agreement for everything, and they had put all the heat into my name and wanted me to pay for it. I'm like, I'm not paying for that. I never signed anything. So I ended up getting that one covered. But it is very frustrating when something like this happens and you got no control. And to wait 24 hours to 48 hours, who knows what can happen in that time. That's what's frustrating. How do you deal with something that needs to be done now and can't be done now because, I don't know. So that's the frustrating part. So yesterday I got hacked and I spent about 2 hours on the phone. Finally I got an email around, I think it was 9 or 10 o'clock at night. They needed to fill a bunch of information, so I filled all that out. Some of it's hard to do because I don't have access to that. Because when you get your Gmail or your Google account, everything's attached to that. So everything was hacked and stolen. And they secured the YouTube channel. They reset everything. So I was finally able to get in. And now I've got extra passwords and all this other stuff to verify. So I've protected myself a bit better now, which I wanted to do, but I never did. And I could see all his activity. He had changed the password. He changed the phone. He changed the passkeys. He changed email. I even saw his email. He changed everything. And it was all like that. It was like boom, 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 boom. And I'm just like, wow. Getting hacked is not fun. Be careful. When you're clicking on links, even running it through Norton, it did not pick it up. So what I've done in the past, and I should have done this time, is actually pull up the company themselves to verify. Like I've gotten stuff from Red Bull, and I've gotten stuff from I forget who else. And then I email them and going, is this legit? They email back, let us look into it. No, it's not. Well, if you're open to it, I'm open to sponsorship. It's Red Bull. I'm not that big. But anyway, safety. Make sure you do your research. There's a lot of emails going out right now for sponsorships and scams for influencers. So be careful. Make sure you know what is happening. Getting an email is great. You see that, someone is actually, watching, and, if you look at the emails, eventually you start seeing a pattern, that they're all kind of the same. And I will email, ask for more information. They'll send a file or whatever, and I won't open those. Like, oh, I'll go here and click on this. I'm like, no. Most of the sponsorships that we do work with are companies that I've worked with in the past, and I feel comfortable with them. I know them, I've worked with them, so that makes me comfortable. I know the people I'm dealing with. But for new sponsorships, which you're going to get, you need to make sure that they are legit. It's great getting new sponsorships, but you need to make sure that they are good sponsorships. So, as my mom used to say, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. So make sure that you do your research. Don't be an idiot like me and start clicking, thinking that maybe Norton will protect you. It doesn't. So contact the company, see if it's real, make sure everything is good, and make sure that you are doing what needs to be done in order to protect you, your channel, and everything else. That's what's needed. I think this lady thinks I'm filming her, but I'm not. I'm filming me. But she's running towards me, and then she saw me filming, and she just turned around and walked away. Sorry, lady. If you watch the channel, sorry. Lady with pink hat. Or as we would say in Canada, a toque, and in the States, a beanie. But yeah, we are all up and running. The channel's safe. I've put extra precautions in all the way around now. I've got everything kind of up and running. I'm still waiting for verification on the business side of things, because now they have to re-verify things. But getting that done with makes me feel a lot better. And I'm still getting emails. I just saw another one pop up. But protect yourself. Make sure you do your research. Don't get scammed.